Your brain is lying to you. Here's proof. Have you ever been 100% sure about something, and then found out you were completely wrong? That moment when your brain says, "Trust me, I got this," but reality slaps you in the face? Yeah, that happens more often than you think. And here's the crazy part. Your brain is doing it on purpose. It lies to you, constantly, and you don't even realize it. But don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why your brain deceives you, but you'll know exactly how to take control of it. So, let's start with a simple question. Have you ever felt like you were right in an argument only to realize later that you were completely off? That's because of something called confirmation bias. Your brain doesn't look for the truth. It looks for information that confirms what you already believe. That's why when you think someone dislikes you, you start noticing every tiny thing they do that could be negative. But the truth, you're filtering reality. And here's where it gets worse. Your brain also creates false memories. Studies show that people can vividly remember events that never happened. Imagine that. You could be carrying a memory your whole life that is completely fake. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's real, and it happens every day. Let me prove it to you. Do you remember the Monopoly man? The guy with the top hat and the monocle? Guess what? He never had a monocle. Your brain just assumed it, probably because of how rich people are portrayed in cartoons. And that's not the only trick your mind plays on you. Ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect? It's the idea that the less you know about something, the more confident you are. And the more you learn, the more you realize how little you actually know. That's why beginners in any skill often think they're amazing, while experts doubt themselves, because the more you understand, the more you see the complexity. And that's not just a theory. It's been tested over and over again. But let's talk about something even crazier. Your brain literally makes up stories to protect your ego. It's called cognitive dissonance. Ever made a bad decision, and then, instead of admitting you were wrong, you started coming up with reasons why it was actually a great choice? That's your brain working overtime to protect your self-image. It can't handle the idea that you made a mistake. So it rewrites the story, changes the facts, and suddenly, in your mind, it was always the right choice. And let's not forget about negativity bias. Why do you remember that one embarrassing moment from 5 years ago? But forget all the compliments you got last week because your brain is wired to focus on the negative. It's an ancient survival mechanism. Back when humans lived in the wild, remembering dangers was more important than remembering good times. But in today's world, this bias makes you overthink, doubt yourself, and get stuck in cycles of negativity. So if our brains lie to us this much, can we even trust our thoughts? Well, here's the good news. Now that you know these tricks, you can start fighting back. First, question your assumptions. Just because something feels true doesn't mean it is. Second, challenge your own beliefs. Seek out information that proves you wrong instead of just confirming what you already think. Third, catch yourself when you start making excuses. If you notice your brain rewriting the past, pause and be honest with yourself. And most importantly, don't trust every thought you have. Your brain is an incredible machine, but it's not perfect. And once you understand that, you can stop being a victim of its tricks and start using it to your advantage. So, what's one belief you've held for years that you now question? Drop it in the comments. Let's see how many of us have been fooled by our own minds.